everybody. Oh, actually, no, I already did a video. So this is not starting the new year. This, I guess, is the first full production video, I guess. Not my, what's to come video. My outlook. But I told you this would be the first video of 2023. These are the Tomicas that Diecast Car Guru sent me. And I am doing a update on the collection. So that means these have to be freed from the box to do... Actually, I've already done the update to the collection. You guys are seeing this video before I did that. Oh no, I'm filming this before I did that update. You guys are seeing it after. So yeah, a little confusing there on the time. This isn't... Yeah, okay, so I'm filming this before I do that update because these vehicles are going to be in that. So most of these are 2023s. We have two older releases. And I know it seems weird calling them old because the cars themselves aren't really old, but they are getting discontinued, so they're not new anymore. Oh, and my knife fell apart. So the Honda Fit is getting replaced, I think, by a motorcycle. If it's not that, then it's the... No, I don't think it's the new Type R. I forget. And then the RAV4 is getting replaced by the Suzuki Smile. It looks like it's a Hustler replacement, so... Although I might have flipped those around. I don't know. I will add in a little message here if I did mess that up, or with what the Honda actually did replace, because, or what the Honda is getting replaced by, because I don't remember. I didn't pull up any information for this video. I'm literally... Oh, and the knife fell apart again. At least I got the Honda open. But I'm literally filming this video in between doing that collection, because I will loop behind me and show you the madness that's going on. Ow. I don't know why this knife... I don't know why the blade can't stay in its groove. It falls out. Might as well just keep it flat on the table so it doesn't do that. What, right? See the madness that's happening behind me? We got stuff everywhere. Definitely not good for cleanliness, but you gotta do what you gotta do. That's what I always say, do what you gotta do. So this probably will be a longer video just because I'm looking at these for the first time, and some of you might be too, so. Yeah, I don't have, well, I mean, the new models especially, I do not have any other variants of, and, well, the RAV4 and the Honda Fit, I don't have any other variants of either. I have older variants, like older generations, but nothing current like these. I don't know if there are many other variations of them. Actually, I don't think there's any for the Honda Fit. I don't think there is much as of recolors for this. That seems like my light's a little dim. The screen kind of looks fogged. I don't know what's up with that. You got a nice Honda badge. You got your black trim. You got your giant lens headlights. Yeah, a nice black trim on the windows. Your button wheels. It kind of looks like Mitsubishi taillights, kind of. Honda Fit. The badging is really hard to see on this blue. It's easier to see in person. I don't know what's up with my camera. That's a nice blue, though. It's like a gray blue. A little more blue on the packaging. And, of course, you do get opening trunk. Listen to that click. Yes. And suspension. That's good. That's a good one. As we'll see, they're all suspension for 2023. Except the Daihatsu, which I already reviewed. all suspension, no opening parts on any of them. See that's the suspension, all the same print. And then this one you can see suspension's right there, but then that's opening trunk, and you can see the same print on this one, opening trunk. The RAV4. So yeah, it's a shame that they aren't doing much of opening parts. I'm glad the Daihatsu got something, because I think a industrial van like that without an opening trunk kind of leaves it a bit empty, kind of like the Hiace, which I really wish had an opening trunk. I still love it. Love the casting, but wish it had an opening trunk. We'll get the RAV4 out of here. Actually, it's perfect that he did send me the RAV4, because it's a good comparison to the Buddy, because they are the same vehicle underneath. Also, this box for the RAV4 has, it's not as laminated as the fit. The fit's smooth, and this is like, it feels more papery, and you can kind of see the print. No, maybe not. Oh yeah, the print is a little lighter on the RAV4 box. That's interesting. I wonder if that's the wrapper that kind of messed it up. Eh, it's okay. We need the model, not the box. Although I do keep the boxes. I would never throw away the box, even if it was beat up like the Cutler one I have. Never throw it away. Look at that. Oh, there are other variants of the RAV4 as well. Actually, more so than the Fit, because they did the red one in that special camping set, which is the red one's really cool one to have. This one's got good suspension though. Jeez. This oh, these vents here kind of reminds me of the TRD one. Actually, it might be the TRD one. That's kind of what the vibe is giving me. It's giving me the TRD RAV4. I like the silver trim down there on the bumper. Toyota badge looks good. That's a separate piece, that whole grille. Headlights, they might be coming from the window. I don't know exactly if there's a separate piece or not. Trim on the fender looks good. It's a flat black. And yeah, the molding down here is part of the base. Flat black trim on the window pillars. And this little thing right there. Taillights looking good, just red blobs like they normally do. That's weird. That's just a black badge. Interesting. Is that supposed to be the TRD badge? I don't know what's going on there. RAV4, Toyota, nice and clear. And it's got the silver trim at the back here. Very interesting color that they chose. Just like graphite. The first color variant was in blue, which kind of reminds me of the older RAV4s, the first and second gens. And they really gotta like get their taillights under. Look at all that overspray that fits like that too. Not as bad though. And a lot of the other ones I have are like that. They just can't get the taillights down, and you really don't notice. I mean, this one is a little worse than others, but you really don't notice it until you get it right up close on camera. So I love the suspension on this one though. It's a good piece to have with RAV4. I'm surprised not many other brands have done the new RAV4, especially Matchbox. That seems like something they would do, especially since they do the CX-5 and the Forester. Why not just get the RAV4 in there to complete the trifecta? Or a Nissan Rogue. I'd rather have the RAV4 because Tomica... Oh, well, that argument doesn't work because Tomica did the RAV4 too. I don't know why I was going to say I'd rather have the RAV4 because Tomica did the Rogue. I have the RAV4 right in front of me. So. But it is surprising that Matchbox hasn't done it. So now, continuing with the RAV4, we'll get the Mitsuo Buddy out here. Which I think it's a funny name to call it the Buddy, but... There's Buddy the Elf. From the North Pole. So I don't know how they actually sell these in real life, the real vehicle. I don't know if it's a kit you can buy and put on the RAV4, or if it's or if they just put the kit on themselves and then they sell it. So that's interesting. But what's really interesting to me is why Tomica just didn't base it on the RAV4. They already have the tooling for the trunk. So they could have just, theoretically, right? They could have just made this have an opening trunk. And, oh, well, actually, no, that wouldn't work. They have a completely different trunk. Oh, wow, they're different scales, too. Oh, they says that they're both 166, but I think the RAV4 is bigger. I would hope they're the same scale. Here, let's look at this one first. So this is the Mitsuo Buddy. It is based on the Chevy Blazer. So it's turning the RAV4 into a Chevy Blazer, which is pretty cool. And I think they did a better job than than Chevy could do recreating the Blazer. I like the old classic chrome bumper in the front here. And of course, you got that very iconic that's an insert? Oh, it is. I don't know why it's loose, but I wouldn't have noticed that was a plastic insert. There is the divide in the headlights there. The 4 headlights. It's a very GM thing. So it's funny that they captured that. Yeah, that's an... Alright, that's funny that it's an insert. It's not going to fall out, but I could just feel it, like, wiggling. I'm like, wow, I didn't know it was an insert. Same trim on the fenders. Same trim on the door as the RAV4. Of course, you got your window trim. This one is chrome, or not chrome, it's gloss rather than flat. And of course, you got your rear bumper, which is pretty cool. Mitsuo Buddy. I really wish they did a first color variant of this one, because there's so many fun colors it comes in. And of course, you got your white roof. And let's test the suspension. Okay, so it's got pretty good suspension. Sort of like the RAV4. It's just got skinnier rims, so it doesn't sound as good. Let's see. Mitsuo Buddy, made in Vietnam. So yeah, we'll compare it with the RAV4. The bases are identical. Interesting. They just changed the text. You could probably interchange the bases. The only thing I would worry about is the wheel gap size there is different. And so the front pad here is different. Rear is similar. These, what are those, leaf springs? So I guess they're not the same exact base, but I mean, it should be the same layout because of the same car. And of course, the other large similarity is the roof. Look at that, one's which. It's interesting that they didn't put this trim piece in there on the model, because it should be a lot fatter than that. And you can see it on the packaging there. It's a little fatter than that little skinny line. But they did also overspray. Why is my screen so dark? They did also overspray it on there though, so it's a lot higher than it should be, but we need consistency. But yeah, everything else is different. The fenders are different, you know. Fenders are different, hood's different. Of course, the front end is really different. And of course, your rear end is really different. I guess the RAV4 seems bigger because it sits higher, because it uses the larger rims. I don't know, maybe they sit the same. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. I was really excited to do that comparison. And I'm really happy that they kept them within the same size. And actually slide that box over next. You know, we're going in order from release. So this was released in February along with the Mitsuo Buddy. I don't know what it replaces. If I look off to the side. Well, I have the Swaga Express truck as number 59, but I think that was already replaced. So I don't know what this actually is replacing, because I don't think that truck is in production anymore. So there was, you know, and the reason I say I wish there was a first color version of the Buddy, I'm sure they would have done a first color version of the Buddy, but the fact that they released this Nissan Z the same month, I mean, you kind of have to give it to the Nissan Z. And the first color variant of the Nissan Z was actually a different casting because it didn't have a spoiler. This one will have a spoiler, and I'll show you that. But the first color version does not have a spoiler. And I don't think it's a plastic insert. It could be, and that would be the smart way to do it. But I think it's actually molded in, but I don't know. So we'll take a look. It also comes in the little box inside the box, which they tend to do with a lot of the sports cars. Okay, so it's a metal wing. It seems pretty large. I know some friends of mine, and especially Diecast Car Guru, who did send this one to me, have commented about it being large, and yeah, I can see that. Seems very large. And actually, I can get the Matchbox and the Hot Wheels one out here for a compare. Okay, so I just threw that cardboard back in there. I don't think that's coming back out. Oh, I didn't grab the Matchbox one. Okay, you know what? We'll look at this first, and then I'll grab the Matchbox for comparison. But love that silver. Not the most fun color for the car, but it's definitely different than what other brands have done. Like, yeah, everybody does the yellow one, and they did do the yellow one. I think it looks the best in blue. The Matchbox one looks really good in blue. Love the new Nissan badge on there. Love how they actually put detail in the headlights, unlike the BMW I can mention that they did not do. Grille looks good. Silver looks good. I like the two-tone on the roof. There's your Z badge. I like a similar door handle to a 370. There's trim at the bottom here. We have some cattywampus tail light. I don't know, this one's straight, but that one's kind of... I don't know why. These ones look like they're off. The ones on the end look fine, so it's kind of... Wait a minute, were they put on upside down? Because you can see how they're supposed to be a bend. These ones are straight, and then these ones are crooked a little bit. And that looks like it's following the line of that. These look like they're upside down, because if you flip it, if you were to flip that, yeah. So how do they manage to do that? That's my question. How do they put the taillights in there upside down? And you know, on these, yeah, because those are the smaller ones. The smaller ones are in the center. The smaller ones here on the outside. They definitely put them in upside down. So that means this is a plastic insert, the taillights and this little trim piece. So that means they did one decal pass for this side. They did a decal pass for the badge, and then they did a separate decal pass here, and somehow it got flipped the other way. Okay, that shows you, like, the quality of Tomica's. Like, it's not all one pass like Hot Wheels. They actually take their time, and I can say the same thing about the Subaru Legacy that I have an error of, where the headlight is actually, like, dropped way below where it should be. Like, yeah, it's kind of like this, you know, see that? There's your headlight. It's, like, dropped down here on the bumper. But the other side is completely fine. So that really shows you their attention to detail, really. And they don't really want to mess anything up, but it happens. It happens. So the fact that they did 3 different decal passes on this one piece of plastic can really show you their dedication to this. So it's doesn't look rushed. Love the trim down here. Ugh. Got something in my throat. Black rims work really good for this one. Yeah, I can see that it's 157. I think that's a little too big for a Tomica. We're heading into the Nissan Kicks territory. I don't know if I like that. Why does it seem like the Nissans are like... And then the Nissan Note is 163. That's really small. It's almost 164. The Camry's true 164. That's interesting. There's your suspension. All right, we'll get the Hot Wheels one. I guess more than anything, for a size comparison... gosh. Hey, at least they didn't put a decal on the chin there. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, so there's more mystery here. The smaller tail light is supposed to be on the inside. Well, one's right. This one's on the outside. This one's on the inside, but that one looks like it's flipped over. I don't know what is happening with the back of that. I guess I really don't want to know. I don't know. Maybe Hot Wheels messed up. I don't know. I don't know who's right anymore. You can see the little wing on the Tomica here compared to the Hot Wheels, which doesn't have a wing. That is surprising, actually. The Hot Wheels did not put a wing on here, that they held themselves back from putting a little wing on there. I appreciate that. Actually, the Matchbox one might actually have the wing. I gotta get that. 1 second. No wing on the Matchbox. Just a loud airplane going around over the house. Oh god, I can never open the case. It's still, it's screwed to the base. I'm not taking it off. There, oh god. You cannot see. There's your size comparison. The Tomica looks huge. At least these two are a little more comparable because they have the same details. Well, the detail features as the Hot Wheels is a little wonky. Okay, so the Matchbox has the small ones on the inside, so I don't know what's up with the Tomica. It doesn't look bad. It just throws me off that it's so wonky. But we're putting the Matchbox one away because it's getting a reflection on the camera. That's so weird. Not that it matters much about the taillights, but it's kind of weird. It's just weird. Moving on. Spent way too long on the C. Nissan Note. This is the one with the weird, flat, weird textured wrap. I don't know if you can see that on camera. You can kind of see it. How this one's kind of got like a matte finish to it. And actually, I think, yeah, this one looks like it. Yes, it's weird. This is just turning into weird. What was I gonna say? I'm looking for a specific word here, and I can't think of it. I was gonna say uncommon. Just basically in normalities, if that's even a word, of Tomica. We've got wonky taillights. We got strange wraps on the plastic. We got strange wraps on the box. Actually, this one probably isn't laminated at all. These ones are. Yeah, this. Oh, and wait until you see the baggie that this one comes in. Which I thought that was a one-off mistake at first, but I realized everybody's came like that. Oh god, this is beautiful. This is a beauty. It's a little small though. It's Honda Fit sized. Actually, it's smaller than the Honda. Oh, let's get the Hot Wheels Z out of here. Put the bag away. Wow, who knew I'd get excited over a Nissan Note? I'm really happy with how this one came out, though. Look at that blue. Oh, what is going on there? I don't even want to know. We're not going to question this anymore. Love that blue, though. Look at that blue. It is beautiful. It's got like grease on it. What is this, a green light? Now we're getting even more weird. What is happening in this video? This is just supposed to be calm looking at Tomicas, but no, we got all weird stuff going on. Doesn't affect much, but yeah, we got like oil on this guy. Love that paint though, damn. Nice black trim. Like the chrome trim around the headlights here. Nissan badge looking good. Trying not to point out that it has a new badge. Why does that look weird? That red. To me, it looks like these decals were pressed out of order. It looks like they were supposed to be put over this black stripe, but it looks like the black stripe was put... I don't know what's happening there. Is this supposed to be like that? Are we supposed to have this weird discoloration? I don't know, actually. Doesn't look right to me, though. I like how they actually detailed the taillights, though. They actually put the silver in there. E-Power. Yes, you're right. Nope. I like the black wing on there. Black window. Again, I'm not questioning things anymore. We're just moving on. That's nice. Nice little Nissan Leaf. Or, not a Leaf. Oh, God. I'm glad it's not a Leaf. It's better looking than a Leaf. That was an insult by calling it a Nissan Leaf. Just a little suspension here. It's got the same wheels as the other Nissan Note, which is interesting. Let me grab that one real quick. It looks a lot better than the old Nissan Note, though. They don't use these rims a lot either, so these ones are the ones with the small hole. The smaller holes, and yeah, they don't use them a lot, but the same rim. I like it so much better. I like the new Nissan front end. These ones were just weird. They didn't fit on any of the cars. These ones are so much cleaner, even though they're bigger, which for some people is a problem. But for me, I like them a lot better. Better color choice too. I really don't like this color. It's like a beta bronze. Nah. This blue, oh yeah, much better, much better. And I forgot where that was. 46. No, it's not 46. It's 48, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's 48. Okay. What's next? What's next? Ah, yes. The controversial guy itself, the S4 STI. This one better not have anything strange going on with it. I think orange is an interesting color to choose for this one too. And now actually, if I count the Subaru, there, this cool guy, both of the new gen WRXs I have are orange. Kind of interesting. I'm sure Hot Wheels is going to do it soon. I'm sure, I wish Matchbox would, because Hot Wheels would probably ruin it. More than it already is. But I would like to see Matchbox do it. They need a clean WRX because they keep doing police ones, and it's kind of getting on my nerves. And they really spoiled Mitsubishi this year with the Lancers and the 3000 GT. So we need some Subaru action, WRX action. I know, and of course, everybody like, no, we don't need any more. They want to see basically the obscure Japanese cars from Matchbox, and I like that aspect with like the SVX and the Brat. But then they also have the police car Subarus, and you know, they want just regular WRXs, and I can see that. Like this one as a stock WRX would be fine because it doesn't have like the wing or anything on it. And of course, this is your STI, which we will not be getting in America. This is a Japanese only model. Love the grille on that one. The STI badge. Little headlights. I guess that's another thing that people don't like about it. The headlights are proportionally small on the real car. And of course, Tomica modeled that well. I like the flat black trim though. It pops on the orange. Looks really good. The orange metal flake is awesome too. And there's no weird oil on it. Love the trim. And of course, the taillights are detailed. It's a revelation. So that the taillights don't look like this all the time. Subaru badge is clear. WRX S4 STI. Your trim in the back. Okay, it's all plastic. I'm not sure if I really care for that. I guess it works. They could have made at least these vents metal. And then just the other trim here, plastic. I don't know. Still looks good. Nothing weird going on with this one or anything. It looks like a dark orange on camera, but in person it actually pops. It's a really bright orange. I just don't know why my camera's acting weird. It's making everything look darker than it is. Something's up with it. Suspension's good. And I just need to prove it has the same taillights as the 8.6. Kind of. They're a little bigger, but the same design. I guess the BRZ is more comparable. Yeah. Just looks funny without the black trim on them. So happy that they put more detail on these. Alright, we're kind of getting a little full here. Maybe that's because these boxes have to go on top. We'll move them down a little bit. And, yes, the Suzuki Salio... oh, I'm going to struggle with this one. Solo? I guess you could say Salio? Salio? Maybe? Probably? Probably not. I'm really excited about this one, actually. As I was saying with... what is it? The Daihatsu Hijet, I really don't mind when they do the K cars in, I guess, boring colors like white or gray or whatever. Because that's what they are more memorable for. Like being, well, I guess that's unique to the Daihatsu aspect, where the Hijet, where it's like industrious looking. But really, when you look at Japan, you look at photos, most of the K cars are white, black, gray. If it's a Nissan, it's like pink, maybe. But so I think it just fits to have this one white. And the first color is blue, which is nice. I think it's a little bright blue. Like, I probably would have preferred a dark blue like this, but there are a lot of cars this year that we're getting dark blue like that, WRX included. So I guess the lighter blue is a different direction to go in, but it's not a color I particularly like. And they also did the sandbar in that same kind of lighter blue, which I also really didn't care for. I wish the sandbar was darker too. The sandbar also had the weird flowers going on in the back of it. I don't know why they chose to go in that direction, since it's been literally years since they've done a completely stock sandbar without anything on the back of it. Anyway, this one has the small Note wheels as well. You got your lensed headlights, which seems to be a theme here. Love the metal flake white though, that pearl white. Oh, it's beautiful. Grill details, nice. I think that the grill's actually metal. That's all metal. Is that metal too? Wow, got a lot of metal on here. I like that. So it's just the headlights that are plastic. They didn't make the grill plastic. Like, is that the leaf? Yeah, grill's plastic on the leaf. Grill's plastic on the... Yeah, grill's... It's plastic on every single one of these cars. The Honda doesn't really have a grill. That'd be hard to make it plastic. So there isn't really one up there by the headlights. But the Toyota, this guy, the whole front end's plastic. The Z's plastic, Subaru's plastic, Leaf's plastic. This one is not. So I'm really surprised about that. Love the body lines in this. Even though it's a boring little family car, it's kind of slick with these body lines. Suzuki knows what they're doing. Although this is probably a Toyota, knowing Suzuki. I like the window trim here. Looks really clean. And I actually did the complete trim, other than like this, where you leave out all the bottom and the top. They just did the sides. This one, you get the complete trim and the quarter glass. Got a sliding door on this one, which doesn't actually function. You got your trunk here, which doesn't function. Which this, out of all the cars this year, or actually last year, I would have wanted to see an opening trunk on this one. The Hi-Jet is fine, but this one too. This one should have had an opening trunk too. And I think they were going to go in that direction because this window is solid metal, unlike this one where it's actually clear. Actually, this one had solid metal window too, but yeah, they could have done one on that one too. So maybe I guess they backed out. I like the parking sensors on here though. Salio on the back. Oh, Salio. That might be what it is. Salio. And let's test the suspension. Had to cut away for a second, but this overall, yeah, this kind of reminds me of the NV. Of course, this one's a larger vehicle, so it echoes more. But just the whole way it's designed, they feel the same, like quality-wise. They both feel very robust, and Tomicas usually are, but these two just feel different, and they stand out to me. You know, I talked a lot about this one last year when I did a video on it, how just different it felt and how more robust it felt, and I felt like it was more of a homage to classic Tomica. This one feels the same way, and I think it kind of comes from what they're doing with the suspension here. How the wheels sit in this indent. Because, yeah, all the other ones are flush. But this one's got the indentation. This one's all flush. Actually, this one's going back to like what they do in like 2015, 2016, where they make the belly drop down a little bit. The Z is flush. This guy is flush. Yeah. So I really like the effect the suspension has when the wheels actually drop under the suspension rather than it's flush. So smooth, so smooth. Wait. Yeah, it's smooth. Not as smooth as the NV. Well, it's definitely smoother. Like, this has the same rims. Yeah, it's definitely louder. So, that's just something I noticed with that one. What's next? Oh, yeah, the Camry. Because the freaking knife. The Camry is next. I'm excited to see how big this freaking baggie is. Hey, so that's two with no strange conundrums. The Subaru and the Salio. Where the heck did I get Salio from? Have been free of, oh, that had a fit, actually didn't have any issues. The RAV4 really didn't either. It's just got a little bit of paint bleed with the decals, but that's nothing. That's not a problem. And well, I mean, not that any else is a problem. It's just weird. Like, why is this one oily? Why is the box weird? That's your theme for this video. But, here, you ready to see? Hold on, I better do this one on camera. This is just comically large. If I can even grasp it. Hold on. What is this? This is... oh, we're still going. What is the sense? My only reason I think they did this is so that the light doesn't poke through the box and like rip a hole in the box. They put all that on top for protection. which makes sense. Oh my gosh, it's overkill. And I will show you with the Volvo, the last one there, I will show you how big they're supposed to be if you don't really know. But this bag is this is jumbo. Super-sized jumbo bag. I don't even know if I can fit this back in there. I'm trying to fold it up. Now, I originally saw it in a video I was watching when the car first came out, and I thought it was weird. So I sent it to Diecast Car Guru, and we had a quick laugh about it, and then we kind of just played it off as, oh, it's just a one-time thing. They didn't cut the bag or something, and it was just super-sized for that one person. No, that's how they all are. But hey, at least it's protected. So this is the Camry. I think it's Camry Sport. That's what this one appears to be, a hybrid. Which I do not have the original version of it. Hey, this one's better though. It's a patrol car. You get more. The light. Headlights are nice, detailed. The grille looks good, which this one isn't an insert either, but the headlights aren't, so I don't expect it to be. Feels like there's like no suspension on this one. Oh, they actually did the full window detail. That's a plus. Love that. There's your little light. This is the unmarked police. Oh, they actually said police car. Oh, wait a minute. I was reading the box over there. They said police car. Usually they say patrol car. And oh yeah, but they call it unmasked in all caps. I like the detail on the taillights, even though I don't know. I feel like they're a little big. That's something that I noticed on the original release too. The taillights just seem really big. I also really don't like that they did this patrol car in white, because I think the first release, or the first color was white. The limited color was white. So I kind of feel like it's a little redundant to have this one white. So I wonder if there's much difference in there in terms of the decals. Because if it's literally the same details and they just added the light, I don't know if that one would really be... I don't know. I don't have that release though, so I can't say much about it. I love the unmarked patrol cars though. Nice suspension on that one though. It's really cool. So that, yeah, I was gonna say 2019 on the base. It seems like once a year they bring back an older casting that got discontinued. I think it got discontinued this year actually. What is it? It's number 100, right? Yeah, so what replaced it? Was it something last year? Might have been. I can't remember. Oh, the Suzuki Jimny. The JAF road service car. That's what replaced it. So yeah, so it replaced it in 2021, and then in 2022 we get another version of it. So I like that they did that. So they're not both out at the same time like the Jimny, because you can get two different versions of the Jimny right now. The green one and the JAF one, which I think is kind of silly, but... Oh, and they have the one in the multi-pack. That's 3. You can get 3 different versions of the Jimny right now, so... I don't know. I also don't want to see them discontinue it, though, because I like it. I'm sure... I don't know if they will. They could probably discontinue the JAF one before the original. I don't think they will, but they probably could, because I think it'd be better to keep the original one around. But I don't know. It's just me. But last but not least, heading to the Volvo, which strangely is the only foreign, I guess, well, Volvo's foreign to Americans anyway, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of Tomica, it's the only foreign model that I've ever received in new condition. And, you know, I've received mint ones, obviously, but never in the box like this. I've never opened a foreign model. So, of course, here's your normal bag size. It's nowhere near as obnoxious as whatever was going on with that Camry. Here is, what is even the models? The Volvo Recharge. Yeah, the C40 Recharge. And I don't remember if they're selling this in the United States. I think they are, because I think I've seen a white one, but I'm not too keen on my newer Volvos. I know a lot of the old ones, but not so much the new ones. And of course, a lot of them have the same names as the old ones. I still don't even recognize them. So, but I want to take a guess that they sell it in America, but just don't quote me. Do not know. This one is really cool. And it's electric. So actually, yeah, this is the only electric vehicle in this video, which is funny because Matchbox at the same time is doing... Oh, actually, this is electric, isn't it? But Matchbox... the Fit... Is the Fit electric? I kind of feel like it is because it's literally barely got a grill. But at the same time, Tomica is doing a lot of gas-powered cars. Matchbox is doing mostly electric vehicles. So it's weird to see that there is a very low amount of electric vehicles in the Tomica line right now. And as of right now, for 2023, they don't have any more coming. There aren't any more electric vehicles. I like the headlights on this one, though. I like how they printed on the glass, the plastic. That gives it a cool look. There's your Volvo logo. It's been a while since I reviewed a Volvo. I love it. Still like Volvos. They just don't get a lot of love in diecast, and when they do, Hot Wheels kind of butchers them. Although the one in premium right now is not terrible. I just wish it had bumpers. I don't care if it's lowered. I want bumpers on it because it looks bald. Actually, no, that's a car without roof racks. It kind of looks like it's missing its teeth, I should say. Love the charcoal, like, metal flake on this one, though. That's awesome. Taillights look really good, too. Actually, now that I look at these taillights, they kind of remind me of the new Honda. I think it's the CR-V that's using taillights similar to this. Actually, these ones would probably come first. It seems like Honda's, like, taking from other car brands. You know, the new Accord looks like a Jetta. Yeah, it's not a good look for Honda, really. But other cars, like the Passport, actually look really good, so who knows what's going on there. Very interesting. We got a spoiler. Love that spoiler. This thing looks awesome with a spoiler, actually. Love the black roof on this thing is awesome. No suspension. This got barely any suspension, though. That's my one gripe about that. But the casting itself is just beautiful. What an awesome line. And I think it replaces the CX-90 anyway. The XC90. But there is your giant Tomica opening brought to you by Diecast Car Guru for 2023. Hopefully it's not the only one. Definitely looking at some eBay listings now, which is probably not a good thing because I'm doing the collection now, but whatever. But that is it, everybody. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.